The baby's just started moving this week, which is just amazing because I was quite nervous between sort of the 12-week scan and really the 20-week scan, because we didn't have much in terms of appointments in between. So we bought a monitor, didn't we, to have a listen, and it doesn't work until you're like 28 weeks pregnant. So I was like, oh. I'm more excited now. We've just started sort of really looking into buying
I think in 10 weeks' time she'll be in there. I just want this to be over.
Yeah.
Please.
I think you probably will be.
Yeah, I will be too, yeah.
Yeah.
I've been really moody, I've been vile. My poor husband, he can tell you more. I was awful last week, but then when I looked up in my book, it says that's the time when you're meant to be a horrible woman. I was vile last week. But yeah, I'm just quite tired. I didn't expect to be as tired as I feel. But then I'm not sleeping amazingly, so that's probably countering with that.
But you went and got me ice cream one time and corn macabre. Those are the two things.
A craving for ice cream I don't think really counts as a craving, because I have cravings for ice cream because it tastes nice.
But I eat more. I'm aware that I'm eating more. And I've tried to eat a bit more healthily. I would buy fruit. Try not to let it go off. Try to eat it.
I'm pretty much more conscious of it than I realise. A lot of people have said at work that I'm sort of rubbing it or I'm touching it when I'm typing, or I'm at my desk and I'm sort of just thinking about something else. I'm not consciously doing it, but obviously...
Yeah, you do, yeah.
Yeah, I do, yeah. So I think if we're out, you're that bit more sort of protective, aren't you? It's quite funny. He'll like pack me off to work with things like, you've got to eat a lot of calcium, so we ended up with about 10 different forms of ways to eat cheese and dairy in the house, and I was like... Oh.
And yogurts.
Yeah, so he gives me sort of yogurts and fruit, and you've got to make sure you eat this, and my tablets and things, he'd always make sure I'd eat them. So you're definitely much more protective.
Every pregnancy is different. I have really bad morning sickness. I was really sick, really tired, and my sister and my mum never had it. So everyone's different, and you can't compare yourself. You just can't compare yourself to everyone else.
So we were so excited to have the baby, but I think for me it's the sort of restrictions that you suddenly have are so much more apparent from such an early stage in your pregnancy rather than you. So sort of now you're thinking, I mean obviously we were thinking about saving and you know you've got to buy things and organise things and this time next year, but for me that's sort of been, I had quite a unfortunate first 3 months, was quite sick, quite tired, and so it was very apparent for me from a really early stage that, oh my god, we're actually having a baby. And even though I didn't look any different and not necessarily everybody knew, I just really felt the impact straight away. And I think I was, you know, we've had friends' birthdays and barbecues, my birthday, and I was like, oh, not that I even really drank before I would have done anything really outrageous, but you just suddenly feel really restricted. So I think that was a little bit sort of upsetting for me because I didn't want to feel that way. But now, I'm definitely much more excited. I mean, I was excited anyway, but definitely now I'm in my second trimester, I'm just so much more happier.